Welcome back, smart mathematicians. Let's do question 5.3.2. Given that sine 36 degrees is equal to the square root of 1 minus p squared, without using a calculator, determine the following in terms of p. We want to find cos 108 degrees. Okay, right. So remember what we have here in terms of cos 36 degrees. We say that cos 36 degrees is equal to p over 1, which is p. Okay, all right. If we need sine 36 or tan 36, we'll see. We're going to talk about that. But now we want cos 108 degrees. So how can we get 108 degrees from this angle, 36 degrees? Okay, so you think of the double angle, you think of the compound angle, you think of reduction formula, negative angles, and all those angles that we did with in trigonometry. Okay, but if you check here, this is actually cos 180 degrees minus 72 degrees. Why 72 degrees? You see that we can get 72 degrees from 36. If we say 36 times 2, we get 72 degrees. Do you see that? If we say 36 degrees times 2, we get 72 degrees. So we can use even double angle here. We can use double angle here, double angle formula. So let's reduce this first. This is 108 degrees. Okay, so when you reduce this, this is in the second quadrant, and cosine of an angle here is negative. So this is equal to negative. This is equal to negative cos 72 degrees. Okay, and remember the double angle formula. Remember that cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos squared theta minus 1. We're going to use this one first, and then we go to the second one, which says cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. And then the third one, cos 2 theta is equal to cos squared theta minus sine squared theta. So any of these will give us the same answer, okay? But we'll do the three of them. So if you check here, negative cos 72 degrees, just the same as what? As negative cos 2 times 36 degrees, okay? Right, so we're going to let's start with this one. So this is equal to negative 2 cos squared 36 degrees minus 1. Okay, 2 cos squared 36 degrees minus 1. And then cos 36 is equal to p. So we're going to replace this with p. So it's going to be p squared. So it's going to be negative 2 times p squared minus 1. Okay, and then we can remove the bracket here. It becomes negative 2p squared plus 1. So we have found cos 108 degrees in terms of p. Right, let's use the second one now. Let's use the second one. We agreed that this is actually cos 180 degrees minus 72, okay, which is equal to negative cos 72 degrees, which is equal to negative cos 2 times 36 degrees. Okay, right, let's use the second one. It says cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. We're going to use this one and see if we're going to get the same answer. All right, and then so we need sine squared theta from our diagram here. From our diagram, you can see sine 36 degrees is equal to, it's here anyway, okay, so it's equal to square root of 1 minus p squared. Okay, right, now we can do this. This is equal to negative 1 minus sine squared theta. sine theta is this. So it's 1 minus 2 times square root of 1 minus p squared. Okay, so we're replacing sine theta with the square root of 1 minus p squared. Okay, right. Then the square root and the square, they cancel each other out. So we have then 1 minus 2, then 1 minus p squared. Okay, right. The square root and the square, they cancel each other out. So let's remove the bracket, the inner brackets. It's going to be negative 1, then 1 minus 2 plus 2p squared. And then what is 1 minus 2? 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So it's negative, the negative 1 plus 2p squared. And then we remove the square bracket, distribute negative 1. It's going to be 1 minus 2p squared, which is just the same as the one we got. We just say negative 2p squared plus 1. You see that? We're getting the same answer there. Okay. Right, let's do the last one. That we agreed that this is cos 180 degrees minus 72 degrees, which is equal to negative cos 72 degrees, which is equal to negative cos 2 times 36 degrees. And then from our diagram or the information that we're given, sine 36 degrees is equal to square root of 1 minus p squared, and then cos 36 degrees is equal to p. Right, we're using the identity which says cos 2 theta is equal to cos squared theta minus sine squared theta. Using this here, we can say this is negative cos squared 36 degrees minus sine squared 36 degrees. Okay, right, then we have negative, and then cos 36 degrees is p, so it's p squared minus sine 36 degrees is square root of 1 minus p squared, so square root of 1 minus p squared, then squared, see that, and then the square and the square root, they cancel each other out. We remain with negative, and then p squared minus 1 minus p squared. And then let's remove the brackets and simplify. So let's start with the inner bracket. So it's negative 1 plus p squared. You notice p squared plus p squared. P squared plus p squared is 2p squared minus 1. Then we distribute the negative 1, we get negative 2p squared plus 1. You see that? We're getting the same answer there. So that's what we're supposed to do there in question 532. We're going to meet when we do question 6.